What's up, everyone? This is Ed, and I have been planning to do a sort of manga shelf tour for, I think, like over a month. I've been kind of procrastinating it, so I figured I'd do it for New Year's. So yeah, I figured we'll start with this. I was just looking at some stuff on, basically on Reddit and Bakemonogatari and that type of thing, which Right Stuff has on sale right now. But anyways, though, I'll stop the yabbering and we'll get along with the tour, or whatever you want to call it. So, this is Akame ga Kill. If you haven't seen Akame ga Kill, check out the anime up till episode 19. After episode 19, just go ahead and read the manga from about chapter 40. You won't regret it. It's monthly, so each chapter is about 40 pages long. Some longer, some shorter. And, you know, I recommend it. We're currently at chapter 55, and 56 should be out in January. It's a pretty good series. The characters are really generic, but one of the best things about this series is that they're basically, like, the mangaka is willing to kill off characters. Like, it's not like Naruto or Bleach or really most shonen where, you know, nobody can die. No, Akame ga Kill loves to kill off characters. That's like its defining feature is that it's gory and it will kill off characters. Some downsides that I want to note, though, before you get into this, you probably should be aware that most villains or antagonists, I'm just going to say villains because that's what they are, they're very 2D, stereotypical, I want to kill because killing's fun type of villains. So, definitely consider that. Although you do have a few strong antagonists right there, though. Alright, so that's Akame ga Kill. Definitely read it. Only buy it if you're a big fan of it, though. The Yen Press English release will be on January 16th or 21st, I forget. Next is Ajin. Ajin is printed by Vertical, so expect some pretty nice quality covers. You can kind of see the feel here. I don't know if you can really tell, but it feels really nice. Whenever you lay the manga flat, because the way Vertical prints it, you can actually see all of the edges. It's not like Viz Media manga where sometimes you have like a really difficult time reading the edges. You don't have that issue with Vertical. And Ajin's pretty good. I'd recommend giving it a read. If you like the first chapter, consider buying it to support the mangaka. Next is Assassination Classroom. Really funny series. It's pretty good. One of the better covers out of Shonen Jump. And I liked it. I'll probably be buying more of it eventually. Next is Attack on Titan. Everyone should know Attack on Titan. Anime was pretty good for it. And the manga is pretty good. Not my favorite series, but I try to buy it when I can. Because it's usually on sale for $5 or $6 on Amazon. And it's a pretty good series. I mean, it's not great, but I find it to be pretty good. Just the fan base is a bit annoying. Like another series. We'll get to that later. Next is Berserk. Very gritty, very dark. Really intense series. I mean, there's one point where there's like a pagan orgy in Volume 3. So I feel really bad for bringing this on Christmas Eve to my grandparents' house and reading it because my sister-in-law totally was like, what are you reading? I was like, oh, it's Demon Slaying. She's like, really? That sounds neat. And she was going through it, and she totally saw the pagan orgy part, and that was really awkward. She just stared at me for like a minute. So, definitely, the point is, not safe for work. Do not bring this to work. Do not bring this around anyone. Read it at home. Trust me. I mean, I am serious. Like, this is something you don't want to carry around with you. Like, Berserk is intense. Oh, and if you're wondering why some of the volumes look like they're like, pushed out, anything pushed out like this basically means that I haven't read it yet. Give me 1 second. I am very sorry about that. Someone from work was messaging me on Skype, so I had to take a look at that. But anyway, so like I was saying, Berserk's really intense. Don't take that with you anywhere. And anything pushed out is stuff I haven't read yet that I mean to get to. Next is Black Butler. I'd say avoid the manga if you can. But it's here, Black Butler, Volume 1. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the volume numbers. This is 1 to 10, Ajin 1 and 2, Assassination Classroom 1, Volume 2 is not out yet. Attack on Titan 1, 2, and then 8 to 12. Berserk 1 to 4, Black Butler 1. I don't recommend this manga. The translations are different from the anime, so if you're an anime watcher, you know, you're going to be a little annoyed. If you're a manga first watcher, you're probably going to be annoyed at the anime for having different translations. I just think that Yen Press should have worked with Funimation, make sure that said Your Butler skilled, or I think it said Your Butler in the anime one. I could be wrong, but all I know is at certain points, certain things were translated differently, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. And I just prefer the anime anyways for Black Butler. Don't really care for Blue Exorcist. I prefer the manga to the anime, but other than that, I still don't really... I couldn't get into it. I don't hate on it, I just couldn't get into it. Batum's interesting. I still haven't opened it, but I liked the anime. I loved how that one kid's like a psychopath. So that's why I have it there. Next is Case Closed. I cannot recommend that you stay away from this enough, simply because it was whitewashed. Do you see that? I was not aware of that. Amazon did not tell me that it was whitewashed. Let me see if I can get that to focus. Jimmy Kudo. What the fuck? This should be Shinichi, not Jimmy. And it should be Ron, not Rachel. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a weeboo, but why would you whitewash something? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't want it to be like, oh no, it's not Edward Cullen. It's, I don't know, let's see. Jimmy has, like, nothing to do with Shinichi. I mean, that's like a total jump. So I wouldn't want them to be like, oh, it's not Edward Cullen. It's Kai Kuzumaru. I don't know, just something random. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, there's no need to whitewash it. And what caught me off guard was it was done... This is printed by Viz Media. Like, what? Viz Media normally does not do that kind of shit, but they totally did. So, I recommend you stay away from Case Closed. And if I get dislikes on this video, I don't even care. Stay away from Case Closed. Unless you grew up with these whitewash names, you are going to get annoyed by it. Enough said. Claymore. I like Claymore, but I haven't been able to get into it, hence why I have 2 volumes that I haven't read here. Volume 2 and 3. Now, Dead Man Wonderland. This series is a big kind of love-hate for me. Like, I love the violence in it, but I think I'm still kind of stuck on Volume 1, and I still haven't got around to reading it, and that's probably how it's going to be for a very long time. I just don't care for Dead Man Wonderland. I liked the violence in it, but I didn't really get into the story. I don't want to go into it anymore, because I know a couple people that really like the series, and I don't want to tear it apart, because let's face it, one of my favorite series can be torn apart completely. So, enough said. The Gray Man, one of my favorite mangas, one of the first that I started reading scans online. Because back then I used to really kind of not really know about manga scanlations, but I would, like, you know, I'm talking like 2012-ish, 2011-ish. I was reading D. Gray Man online. One of the first series that I kept up with weekly as well, until, you know, it went on hiatus in, on December 2012. Really interesting series, though. And I heard it's going to be picking back up again soon, so I might pick up more of that if Viz Media would stop printing such thin-ass pages. Like, these pages are so thin, like, a good chunk of these are bent, like, upon arrival. Next is Shokugeki no Soma, Food Wars. Really interesting series. I liked it. It's epic. Lots of etchiness and fan service. I mean, you can see from right there. And I like it, so I'm going to keep buying it. Definitely give it a read, and maybe buy it if you like it. Haruhi Suzumiya manga and High School DxD manga. So, nothing much to really talk about those. I don't have anything to say about them. Those are both Volume 1, by the way, at the end. So, Love Hina. Oops, whoa, what did I just sit on? Oh. Love Hina, Volumes 1 to 14. Really interesting series, except that the damn covers spoil it. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be an ass, but I guess Tokyo Pop never thought maybe we shouldn't, you know, completely spoil the covers. And you can blame it on the mangaka if you want, but I blame it on Tokyo Pop because it's not uncommon for printing companies to change the covers with the mangaka's permission. And frankly, some of these covers are, like, really terrible. Like, number 14 basically shows, hey, guess what? Main character's gonna marry her. Great. I guess there's no need to go past Volume 2 then. I already know who he's gonna end up with. Like, thanks. You know, but hey, if you can pick up the series for $20 for the whole thing on eBay, like I've been seeing them lately on there for, go ahead and do it. Other than that, stay away from Love Hina. Magi. I have a love-hate relationship with this series. Just kidding. No, I love Magi. Only thing I don't like about it is that everyone seems to speak the language of the Co-Empire. It never talks about, like, the fact that people shouldn't understand what they're saying in different regions, like, if that makes sense. You know, a series that I love right here covers that in the first volume, how people have, like, translators on the battlefield. Magi never did, and, kind of bothers me a little bit, but whatever, I'm just being picky at this point. It's a good manga, though. Definitely one of the better shonens around. I'd give it a watch if you want. The anime's pretty decent for it. It's good. Manga's really great, though, and it's got really good art. So next is Nisekoi. Nisekoi has a great anime adaptation. Just watch that, because the manga kind of is... It's sort of like Bleach, how it's like ongoing still, and it meant to end sooner, but it's still going on. That's the kind of vibe I get from Nisekoi. There hasn't been much character development in like 100 chapters. It's just kind of like going on and on and on. So, you know, I'm going to end it at that. And one of my favorite series right now, Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan. This, as I just said, is one of my favorite series. It's awesome. I wish Guashikaze would have recommended this to me sooner, but then again, he probably did. I was probably just being a dumbass and ignoring him. This is an amazing series. I'm going to buy it all. By March, I should own all of it, hopefully, unless something comes up, because I've been kind of eyeing Bakemonogatari and a couple other series, so if I end up buying those, I might not have the funds to immediately pick up all of Nura, and I might not have all of Nura till like June or July. But regardless, I'm going to end up getting all of this. I can tell you that right now. I love Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan. Lots of character development. And I thought it was going to be like Hitman Reborn, where the main character's like, yeah, I don't want to become the leader of our, not Yakuza, but Yokai family. Instead, by Volume 2, he, I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say he is way better than seriously, Nura is way better than I gave him credit for. And he's awesome. And I don't really care for the covers, though. Like I like the covers. Like, the covers themselves are fine. I mean, like, the spines. Like, I don't really like the spines on them. Like, I felt like it could have been, like, Natsu no Taisei, where, they make up, like, a huge picture. Same with Vagabond. Instead, it kind of just, has the yokai, which is neat, but, like, it's kind of common and shonen to do that. With this, you got the Jins, and I don't know. I'm just being picky, but whatever. Check out Nura if you can. Buy it if you can. If you buy it, you're not going to hate it, so just buy it. You don't even need to read it online. Just go and buy it, okay? Just buy it. One Piece. Personally, I love to hate on One Piece just because Toei Animation loves to stretch out the arcs, but the manga is actually pretty good. So, definitely, if you can, go to Half Price Books, because I got this for $3.98 there, and it's practically brand new. They told me that the guy who brought it in said that he got it as a gift, and you can tell because it's still white up here. It's not like yellow. Like, if you look at my Love Hina right here, you can kind of see that they're all yellow up here, especially Volume 1. Like, so you can kind of tell the age on them with that. But that's One Piece. Now, Opera Hunter is like Naruto, but with better character development. It's really good, just really hard to find. I think Volume 3 is finally available on Amazon, and it's like $9, but for the longest time I couldn't find it from Amazon, so I didn't buy it. Next is Parasite. Now, I kind of got scammed on this. It was supposed to be brand new, and I thought it was, but if you look at the condition, guys, it's, like, I read all of this online, so I haven't actually read this, and it looks really bad. Like, it's all torn up, and, it looks like shit. Like, it does not look brand new. So definitely only buy manga if it ships and sold directly by Amazon, unless you're willing to take a risk. Because if it's from an Amazon fulfilled seller, they might scam you. Like look at this. I mean, it just looks terrible. But other than me complaining about the seller, Parasite's pretty awesome. I love it, and it's really good. You should totally buy it. I could describe it, but just buy it. It's also got a really good anime right now from Madhouse, so yes. Let's move on to Siren. don't know where to start about Siren. It's good, but not great. I don't really love it. Main reason why is because the first volume got me really hyped for Siren, right? I read like the first half of it, and I was like, this is going to be a really good shonen. It's like Hunter x Hunter, you know, it's better than basically 99% of shonens. It's good. And then I completely lost interest in it and never bothered to pick up volume 2, like ever, if that makes sense. Like, I just never got around to it. And I had this sitting on the shelf for like a month and a half before I was like, you know what, maybe I should go ahead and read volume 2, Siren. And then I bought volume 3 just so I can eventually read that. But I have like, the reason why I don't consider it great is because I have no aspiration to read it, if that makes sense. Like, there's nothing telling me, hey Ed, go read that. Like, no. It's not like Vinland Saga where I needed that book. Like, I needed it. As soon as it came in, I stopped whatever I was doing, whether it be work, calling in sick, whatever it took to sit down and read this. I do not feel that way about Siren. And I got a lot of freaking voices in my head telling me to read Nura constantly. I mean, just look at this. This is Nura Volume 6, and I'm already almost done with it. And I just got these in yesterday. So I'm just saying, I mean, I love that series just because I can't put it down. And I don't get that feeling with Siren. I will say the art's really good. It reminds me of Bleach, but it's, you know, more unique. Female characters look really cute in it. And I really like Siren. I don't know, I'm just gonna stop there. Next is Raid Master, Hiro Mashima's original work. You can get these pretty cheap, usually around $5 or less online. And it's honestly got a stronger story than Fairy Tail, which is kind of sad, considering it's his first work, but, I can say for most people, it's a pretty decent read. I don't know if I'd recommend buying it unless you can get it cheap, though. Next is Rosario Vampire. Love this series. Gwashi Kaze. Can't pronounce that half the time. Recommended this to me, and I love it. Best part is, you can get Season 2 volumes for like $6 brand new on Amazon right now. And I'm probably going to end up picking up more of Season 2 just because it's so cheap. Like, who wouldn't want to get it brand new for $6? I mean, I paid $6 for volumes used before. Where is it? Here we go. Look at that. $6.98, and this was used. Like, just saying, it is a fantastic deal if you can get... Oops, there we go. It's a fantastic deal if you can get Rosario Vampire, you know, $6 brand new. The art's great. The story is way better than the anime. If you've seen the anime for Rosario Vampire, just know. Like, it's completely different. Like, it's night and day different. I guess the best example I could give you would be the anime focuses on, like, a rom-com, harem type of thing. Well, the manga is way more serious. The manga also takes the story way more seriously. Like, they always are wearing winter uniforms, and it actually talks about that in Volume 2, but in the anime, I don't remember Rosario Vampire's anime ever talking about that. It just was kind of like, oh, you know, we're anime, we don't need to change our uniforms. But no, the manga actually was like, yeah, it's because the climate's always the same behind the magic barrier. Doesn't sound like an asshole to me. It kind of makes sense. I mean, it always looks like shit outside in the manga. Anyways, though, Rosario, wow, fucking shit. Ignore me. Rurouni Kenshin Restoration. Don't buy this. There's only 2 volumes of it. The art's great, but it's not a real story. It just doesn't make sense to me. Buy the original Rurouni Kenshin, even though the art's not quite as good. Just buy the original Rurouni Kenshin. Honestly, if I was Watsuki, I would just go and, or is it Watsuki or Wasuki? It's probably Wasuki, but if I was Wasuki or the mangaka, I'll say that, I would definitely just redraw all of Rurouni Kenshin, release it, because it would probably sell really well in the US. Next is Nanatsu no Taizai, The Seven Deadly Sins. Very, very interesting anime adaptation. It's super epic. The fights are amazing, but it's already, like, skipping some things from the manga, and it's very rushed, which is kind of what A1 Pictures always does to anime. I mean, they're like the plague of anime. So you're probably better off going for the manga, unless you want to see some epic fights. Then just go for the anime. Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm really loving the manga for this. I'm definitely going to be picking up volumes 2 to 4 eventually, and I really like it. It's Togashi's original series, and the art's really good on it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Berserk's got really awesome art, even though it's from the 90s. It just didn't get printed by Dark Horse till 2003. Next is All You Need Is Kill. Awesome series. You can get the omnibus for around $8.99, I think. I paid, I think about that price when I bought it, and it was pretty good. I like it. Next is Monster, the Perfect Edition. That is a very, very, very interesting series. Shut up! Sorry about that. I got a huge headache, and this dog has been barking all day. Monster is really interesting. Sorry. Man, I was just thinking how terrible this video is going to be. I'm going to have to call this the unprofessional shelf tour, because seriously, this is a really terrible video. Alright, without me cracking anymore, Monster, the Perfect Edition, I haven't even got around to reading more than like 10 pages of it. I can recommend you the anime, because it's got an amazing story, and I've watched like 7 or 8 episodes of it. The manga is good. It's just hard to get into, because I have so much other stuff I gotta read too. So let's go on to my favorite series. This is amazing. This is Vinland Saga. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It's the only series that I can think of that actually brings out the point that there's different languages going on, and that even though they're Vikings, you know, they only know Norse, so people need to translate it. It's amazing. The way it portrays Christianity, the way it portrays the Viking culture, the way it does everything is just so good, and I love it. You really need to do yourself a favor and read some Vinland Saga, because seriously, you won't regret it, and it's pretty awesome. Definitely one of my favorite series right now. Unfortunately, book 6, though, won't be out until July or June 2017. So keep that in mind if you get into this, but they're so awesome, and you can get these for anywhere from $12 to $15 a volume or book, and it is hardcover, by the way. See? It's hardcover. That's 10 out of 10, by the way, for me. Next is Death Note, the complete series, Into the East, Fate Zero, Blu-ray box set 1 and 2, Haruhi Suzumiya, Volume 1, Rihanna Kenshin Director's Cut, a fake, most likely. Steins Gate, complete series, love it, awesome. And then just like a bunch of Hatsune Miku games and JRPGs. Sorry if I'm kind of rushing. My recording time is limited to about 2 minutes and 30 seconds now. The Flowers of Evil, Aku no Hana, I believe, Volume 1, and Wolfsmund, which is amazing, Volume 1, and then Spice and Wolf, the light novel, Volume 1. And then you got Attack on Titan Volume 1, which I already have up there. This was a extra copy, because Amazon lost it at one point. And then just some Soul Eater that's all torn up and beat up. That doesn't, it's just Volumes 5 and 9. It doesn't even deserve to be shown, it's so beat up. Fairy Tail, Volumes 1, 2, and then 39 to 43. I honestly don't know why I bought that. I guess it's because I do owe some praise to Fairy Tail for keeping me interested, because, I mean, plus the fan service is pretty intense, so that's probably one of the reasons why I read it. And then you got Magi, which I already said was awesome, and then the Death Note box set, because Death Note's one of my favorite series. Where's the bath part? There it is. Yeah, Fairy Tail is has crazy amounts of fan service. Sorry about that. And that's probably the only reason why I buy it. Because the story is so bad, it would be just like a terrible lie if I said that it's because of the story that I buy it. Alright. Other than me ranting and being a dick, all I got left that I haven't shown off is Spice and Wolf on Blu-ray, the complete series. I've been trying to watch it, because I haven't seen Season 2 yet, but I just haven't got around to it. And, oh, I forgot to show those off. I don't know if you saw the magazine haul. It was a while ago, but I still have them. And move that out of the way. You got Fairy Tail, and this is, I believe, the Weekly Shonen Magazine 2013. I forgot which, I can never pronounce it anyway, so, and then you also got the famous Opie cover, the special. And this is, I can put links in the description if you guys want, or down below if you want to know where to buy them. I got them off eBay, though, for like $6 each, I think, plus shipping, so it wasn't too bad. Alright, I'm about to run out of recording time. But thanks for checking out this New Year's manga shelf and, you know, tour and talk type of thing. Happy New Year's to everyone. Thank you so much for being a subscriber, and stay tuned for a giveaway soon. Hopefully by June we'll have a giveaway. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.